The hell did I just watch? Thrill me.
7 days.
7 days? Whatever happened to 30 minutes or less, bitch? I got time for that. Spoilers? There won't be.
Hey, I'm Gory Movie.
I'm Danny Knightmare.
And we're horror addicts. And today we're going to be talking about the 2017 Rings movie. Directed by Javier Gutierrez, Rings is about a young woman named Julia, whose boyfriend Holt has left for college.
Holt's professor, played by Johnny Galecki, stumbled upon the Ring video and then started showing some of his students to try and research and prove the existence of an afterlife. However, it's dangerous, so he needs to get tails for them to watch the video and then get tails for those tails, and it just kind of spirals out of control. So now we're going to let you know what we thought of it by giving you the good, the bad, and the gory. Just want to start off by saying that I enjoyed this more than The Ring 2. It's a better sequel.
That's not saying a whole lot, but this actually wasn't a bad movie. Vincent D'Onofrio's in this, and he gave a great performance.
Yeah, I'd say that his overall is a major reason to see this.
Now, Matilda Lutz clearly speaks English as a second language. I believe she's Italian, but for me, that didn't hurt her performance. I found her to be a very believable character, and I liked that Julia was so fearless and selfless in her pursuit of the truth. I also really liked that this brought in a new mystery, which is something that we saw in the original American remake of The Ring. A big part of that film is uncovering this mystery and learning about who Samara is and seeing if there's any way to stop her.
Yeah, I felt that the trailers really didn't do this movie justice because there's an actual solid story in there, and I found it quite engaging.
There is a good story in this movie, but you can tell in watching this that the studios messed with the script a lot.
There's a few unnecessary scenes and effects. I feel like they were kind of crammed into the movie.
There's an opening scene on an airplane that seems like something that the studio came up with because they thought they needed an action-packed opening. It feels very gimmicky and it doesn't really go with the rest of the film. And a lot of these problems seem to stem from the fact that there was 3 writers on this film and Paramount kept delaying it while they did more rewrites.
For me, this is just one of those examples where too many cooks spoil the broth.
I'd be very curious to see the original director's cut of the movie because I bet it's probably a lot better than what we saw in theaters. And while I did enjoy the plot, there are some pretty big plot holes. For instance, throughout the movie, there are these tales. Tales are people who are sent to go watch the tape for you so that you don't die. There's a couple times where a tale is sent for somebody else and the characters don't immediately scream, "Yeah, dude, come watch this tape right now." They could have saved themselves a lot of trouble. There are also a number of plot points that are inconsistent with what we've seen in the previous American Ring films. In the original Ring, the curse gradually takes hold of its victims. Hallucinations and things of that sort don't happen until days 5, 6, or 7.
While in this movie, Johnny Galecki's character starts seeing these things right after he got done watching the movie.
I was also a little surprised. I mean, this movie's what, 13 years after the original Ring movie? And yet the effects in this one don't even compare to the original Ring. So many of these scares could have been a lot creepier had they been done practically.
I don't get what these sequels' problems are. It wasn't that hard in the first movie to get her out of the TV and make it look good, but for some reason they just haven't been able to duplicate that since.
With a paranormal movie like this, the question isn't, is it gory? It's, is it scary? And sadly, it's not. Now, you can blame this on the movie being PG-13, but the original Ring was PG-13, so were similar films like the original Grudge. That original Ring movie scared the crap out of me. But this movie tries too hard to be fast-paced, and that kills a lot of the scare factor.
Instead of focusing on making this movie more creepy, they're really just trying to get those millennials' attention. The movie itself wasn't very scary, but some of the performances, they were actually quite chilling. Now, I'm normally a guy who prefers an R-rated movie because I want that blood and that gore and that shock. However, I have to say this movie did a pretty good job of scaring you in different ways. It had claustrophobia, good use of bugs and creatures for those that don't like the creepy crawlies, lots of oozy black water.
And of course, it being a paranormal movie, don't expect to see a lot of nudity. There's one boobless shower scene, though I was pretty happy that less than 5 minutes into the movie, a dude took off his shirt.
Oh yeah, you can see a dude nipple.
So, should you see it?
I think you should see it, but do you need to rush out and go see it in the theater?
Probably not. In fact, like I said before, if there's an awesome Blu-ray release of this that has some extended footage in it, it might even be better on Blu-ray.
I would say that's definitely your best bet. Now, who should see this?
Ring should be a hit with anybody who likes paranormal movies, mysteries, and anyone looking for more of a fast-paced supernatural thriller. Rings won't scare you like the original Ring movie did, and it's certainly not as memorable, but it is an enjoyable film all the same.
I was pleasantly surprised. Clearly, I know this is a movie not for everyone, but I do feel like it's getting a lot of undeserved hate.
Yeah, it's not as bad as you've probably heard it is, so check it out. Well, that's a wrap.
Cut!
So have you seen the new Rings movie?
And if you have, let us know what you thought about it in the comments below.
And if you want to see more new release movie reviews from Horror Addicts, be sure to hack that thumbs up button.
And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and ring that little bell.
We have a lot of awesome videos coming up that you guys don't want to miss.
Thanks for watching.
7 days.